Hello everybody, my name is Freyleece. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if not, then welcome back to another one of my videos. If you've never watched one of my videos, or if you haven't been here for long, then you may not know, but I'm a die-hard Rockstar romance fan, and I feel like it's my duty to bring back a Rockstar related video like every 3 months, just to solidify the fact that I am in fact possibly the biggest Rockstar romance stan ever. No, that's a lie, but I seriously cannot get enough of Rockstar romances, and I feel like I just need to always show up with that fact, you know? I really want people to like think of me and then be like, oh yeah, she loves Rockstar romance. So here I am. Today's video is gonna be Rockstar romance related, and so I thought I would wear like literally the exact same thing that I was wearing when I did my first Rockstar romance video. I think that was a recommendation video, and that was like a few months ago. So I was feeling in the Rockstar mood once again, and I had asked you guys on Instagram what videos you wanted to see in the future, and somebody said tier ranking videos. So I was like, you know what? I've had this idea for a bit. Why don't we do it? I got so many comments on that first video, like, oh my god, no booktubers or book creators that I've seen like give some underrated good Rockstar romance recommendations, and I was like, yeah, that's why I'm here. I feel like it's a bit of a like isolated community, so here the fuck I am. I've read like 22 Rockstar romance books since I've found, or like trope I guess, and they are not all accessible to you guys. Some of them I've read before I got Goodreads. So today we're gonna be going through like all of them and tier ranking them, which I think is gonna be really fun, so I am very excited for this video. Not all of these I would recommend, because Rockstar romances are super hit or miss for me. Like, I love them, and if I see one, I'm instantly putting it on my TBR no matter what, but they're either really fucking good or really fucking bad. Thank you so much for watching, and if you aren't already, please don't forget to subscribe for more content from me. If you've watched one of my tier rankings before, you know how this goes. I'm gonna go up into the corner now, and you guys are gonna see the screen recording from my iPad where we rank these books. I said this on Instagram yesterday, but I already actually filmed this video, and then I realized I didn't have my mic like fully plugged in, and so the entire video was fucking static. So we're just gonna reset everything that I'd already ranked and do it again. So a little bit about the tiers before we get started. Faves ever is obviously faves ever. Rockstar romance is always a fave for me, like no matter what, because it's just so like not accessible sometimes. Like, I've searched so fucking hard, and these are the only ones that I've ever found. So, oh, minus one that I read actually yesterday, but it's automatically a fave if it's Rockstar romance. But that being said, sometimes they're just not faves of Rockstar romance, but Rockstar romance in general is always a fave. So rant over. Faves ever is my favorite Rockstar romances I've read. Underneath that is surprisingly loved it, because like I said, I either love a Rockstar romance or I fucking hate it. So this one is gonna be It Surprised Me. It'll probably be the more unique Rockstar romances, because I shit you not, some of them are just the same fucking thing by a different author. Others are solid, like, I didn't hate this book, I didn't love this book, it was solid. I use that word a lot actually when I'm describing books, like, this was solid, there's no issue here, it was solid. Next is It Was a Book, which is basically solid, but worse than that. Like, I didn't hate it, but it was a book, and I read it, and I have not many feelings on it. Underneath that is Hated It. That's self-explanatory. Okay, I just put those back in order because that was pissing me off a little bit. But we're gonna start with a Whiskey Lullaby or something by, I think, Stevie J. Cole. I read a few Rockstar romance books by Stevie J. Cole. There's another one in here somewhere. I don't think that Rockstar romance is her best like trope to write or genre to write. Like, I don't know what's up. This one, it actually was not a Rockstar romance, but I put it on here because, like, there's a difference between, like, country music romance, which is usually small town. Then there's musician romance, where he's, like, a pop singer, which nobody likes that, babe. Nobody likes that. And then there's, like, Rockstar romance, where he's, like, a fucking rock god. Everybody loves that. Actually, no, not everybody. I know some people hate it, but I love it. A Whiskey Lullaby is very much a small town country singer romance. It's very good girl, bad boy, because the heroine in this one is literally the daughter of the fucking pastor, and he's like the bad boy who plays guitar, and I was like, oh, fuck me, this is bad. So it's going into It Was a Book. I did read it, like, I didn't DNF it, so it wasn't that bad, but I really did not enjoy it. Next up is The Praetorian by like Danielle or Danny something L. I actually had high hopes for this one. The hero is a like rock star, and he has like a reality TV show to like try and find a girlfriend or something to like raise money. I don't know. It doesn't sound very great, but it was great for the first bit until the heroine started acting like those like celebrity reality TV show girls, and I was like, you are so annoying. So we're going in It Was a Book, because like I said, for the first bit I actually really enjoyed it, and then it really went downhill. So It Was a Book. I rearranged it again because it's actually a series. The next one is the Something series by Christian Callahan, or her. First one is Idol. This one is actually really sweet. It's a friends to lovers kind of like small town one where they are like both escaping from their life, like it's too overwhelming, so they like go to a smaller town, then they move in next to each other, and it's kind of like a bit of a hate to love kind of. It's got a lot of tension, and I think the contemporary girlies were really like this one. It was very contemporary, so I didn't love it very much, and it wasn't a fave ever, but I did really like it. Like, it was a nice like palette refresher, you know? Like, I think I read that in December of last year, or November actually, and it was an audiobook, and it was like a very good palette refresher because I was reading a bunch of like dark things, I think. So we're gonna go to Surprisingly Loved It for that one, because it did surprise me. I didn't think I could enjoy a contemporary book that much, which, that being said, a lot of these on here are contemporary. It's very hard to find a darker Rockstar romance. Very difficult. So next one is book 2 in that series, Fall. This one reminds me of that book series by Lauren Asher with, or no, car racing. Yeah. And it's book 2, which is like the friends to lovers one, and they are like, and the dude is like really scarred, and then I think it's like the heroine is their PR person or something like that. I don't know, I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically the same thing, Rockstar edition. I'm gonna put that one in It Was a Book, because I actually did not like it. I didn't like the other one by Lauren Asher either, so yeah, I just didn't like it, but I did not like the next one more, and that was Managed. That was a boss employee kind of thing, but it was like they met on a plane ride and they fell in love in that like 13-hour plane ride that lasted for 30% of the book, and yeah, I didn't like it. That one, see, I don't want to trash talk this series because it is pretty solid, and I know those who love contemporary will enjoy it, but it was not good for me, and so it's kind of hated it, kind of It Was a Book, but we're gonna put it in hated it. Sorry. But yeah, I didn't like it. It was fairly like insta-love, but also like really boring. Next up is Vipers and Virtuosos by Sav R. Miller. This one, I actually read it and I fucking hated it. But that being said, I do want to give it another try. I didn't like it because there was a bunch of like plots thrown in that I was like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, it's Rockstar romance, and then there was like a stalker element to it, and it was like really confusing, really weird. I didn't like the girl. There were some parts I was just like, what the fuck? I didn't really like the guy either, but I would give this one a second try. I read it December of last year. I would probably read it again in December of this year, because I have a thing for like traditions and like seasonally things, but yeah, I would probably do it. I don't know. I am gonna put it in hated it though, because I hated it, but I'd give it a second try. Next up is Drive by Kate Stewart. This one I read in July of last year, I think, and it's doing its rounds right now. I'm so happy for it. It's a very good book. It's a love triangle, and it's like brother's best friend, like second chance, like all of that. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. And the second one came out, actually. It's now a duet, and I have not read it yet. So that one is one of the Rockstar romances that I have yet to read, like the only one though. Because if a Rockstar romance is on my TBR, it's usually like number 1 on my TBR. Yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed this one. I want to read that second one. So I'm gonna put it in fave ever, because I really enjoyed it. I recommended this one in my first Rockstar romance recommendation video, and everyone was like, oh my god, what? And now it's blowing up, and I'm like, yes! So I'm very happy for it. Next up is the Love Kills trilogy by Brianna Jean. Babe, you know where this is going. You know where this is going. I was really scared I just fucked that one up, but we're okay. So Why Are You Here is obviously going to faves ever. So is You Said You Wouldn't. That one is where the toxicity comes out, and I was so here for it. But Even If We Fight is going to solid. I didn't enjoy it as much because it was like they're happily ever after. That was the part where it wasn't toxic, and I was like, But that being said, I really like this couple, and I stand for everything they are. So I did really enjoy it, and it's obviously a fave trilogy ever. Like, probably top 3 trilogies I've ever read. Actually, no, it's probably top 1. But that one I just didn't love as much because they were so healthy. Next up is Founded on Goodbye by Kat Singleton. This one, I surprisingly loved it. It's about like this rock star, obviously, and then the heroine is a dancer who gets like asked by his team to like break his heart. So he has good music, and she does. Well, no, she actually didn't, and then he found out, and then he's like, oh, you traitor, and yeah, all of that. So I actually really loved it. It was unique, and I was really here for it. I have a thing for like those fans that were like, that wish like heartbreak upon their favorite singer or rapper or pop star or whatever. I'm like, guys, you're not just here for the music, you're here for the person too. Like, that's cruel. But you can't not say that it makes some good ass music. Like The Weeknd circa 2017. Oh my god, that's some next level shit. But yeah, that book, I really enjoyed it. It was very unique, like I said. Next up is Over You by Stevie J. Cole. I have some shit to talk about this cover. Number one, what is it? Number two, this is the same model that was on the cover of Stolen Air by Sophie Lark, and I can't have that. Like, I can't have the same model on two different book covers. Like, bitch, that model belongs in this book. He can't also be the hero for this book. Like, I don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. Yes, it's a different pose. Yes, you can't really tell it's him if it weren't for the tattoos. But I don't fuck with it. I don't like it. Especially because that one's, like, so much more popular. And actually, no, this one came out before that one. That one's more popular, though. So I think of that one first. But, yeah, I had some shit to say when I saw that new cover. Because there was an old cover for this one. And it wasn't better, but it wasn't worse. This one I read last year. It was a, was it this one? This one, I think, was a, second chance or, like, marriage in trouble kind of thing. Because they were both kind of, like, singers, but he was the one, like, rock star that was, like, tempted by the Rockstar lifestyle, you know, and he, like, lost his shit, I think. But, yeah, I hated it. Oh, no, it was a book. I didn't hate it, I didn't like it. But there was some parts that I really did hate. Other parts I was fine with. There was some groveling, though. That was nice. And, like, Tortured Hero. Love that. But it wasn't all that. Next up is See-Through by Brittany Taylor, I think. I literally could not tell you a single thing about this book. Like, I don't even fucking remember this book. It's definitely going to It Was a Book. Because I can't say I hated it. Because I don't remember anything about it. Usually I remember the books I hate. So I don't think I hated it. But it definitely was not a fave. If I couldn't even remember the fucking names. So yeah, definitely not a fave. But The Words by Ashley Jade. Now that is straight up to favorites. Really like that one. It's also very popular right now. But I just thought it was like a great Rockstar romance book. Yes, it was really similar to all of the Rockstar romance books I've read. It's the, like, good girl, bad boy, childhood friends to lovers, or, like, friends to lovers, then broken up, then second chance when he's famous, you know? And it was definitely that. It was literally just that, but I liked it. And I thought the characters were unique, which was why I liked it. And there's a second book coming in the series, I'm pretty sure, that I'm, like, so fucking excited for. The next one is the Grip Trilogy by Kennedy Ryan. I thought I put these together, but apparently I didn't. Flow is the prequel novella that starts it, and that one, I'm gonna say it was solid. I mean, I don't think I can really rate prequel novellas. Like, I didn't rate this on Goodreads, because it's a fucking prequel novella. So you can't really say, like, much about it, because there's not much that happens. It's just, like, a sample, you know? Book number 1 is Grip. That one is a fave ever. And then book number 2, or, like, 3 in the trilogy, I guess, if you count the novella, is still this one. I didn't like it. It was a book. I didn't really like the tropes that was in it, and I can't say them because that's complete spoilers, but the Grip Trilogy by Kennedy Ryan, I absolutely loved it. But the third book, I didn't really like how it was so character-based. I was, like, everything was over, and they got their happily ever after in Grip, so I was like, do I really need to read this? And I didn't really. I kind of wish I didn't, because, like, there was so much in that I didn't really enjoy, and the choices they made were, like, a little questionable, but also, it was just very character-focused, and I was so bored. But that series is a fave ever, just not that one. Serenading Heartbreak by Ella Fields. Fucking loved it. This is also going to faves ever. I think that this one is super underrated. It's always said for, like, Brother's Best Friend, and I'm like, guys, it's Rockstar romance. This is also a love triangle. It's very similar to Drive, and it is also love triangle, like I said, similar to Drive, and the hero, or, like, one of them, is a rock star, and it's, like, second chance, and I fucked with it, and I really enjoyed it. It was definitely, like, more new adult kind of vibes, but I enjoyed it. Next up is Vandal by Carrie and Cole. Actually, Storm should be first. So this is book 1 in the Ashes and Embers series by her. A few booktubers I watched, like, definitely More to Mary. That's the first one that comes to mind. But also, like, my friend Audrey from Bookstagram. She also has a YouTube channel. She's slowly getting it started again. I will link them both down below. But they really like Carrie and Cole. And so I was like, I'll give it a shot. Like, I know she's really known for her, like, age gaps and stuff. And, like, slightly or forbidden or taboo ones. So I give it a shot. Probably not the best one to start with, honestly, because her Ashes and Embers series, like, I don't think it's her, like, best one. I read it anyway, because it was Rockstar romance, and it wasn't all that. Storm was very insta-lovey, and I didn't really see the connection between them, and I was a little bored. So I'm gonna say it was a book. Vandal, though, I hated it. It was so not for me, I guess. Like, the characters, they were both, like, drowning in their sorrow, so they, like, drowned in sorrow together, and I was like, what is going on? And I didn't really like it. There was so much, like, heartbreaking grief in that. I don't remember all that much about it, except for I DNF'd it, like, 20%. But That being said, I would probably give Something by Carrie Cole another go. That I don't think I should have started with these. I don't think I should have read these, but you know, you don't know you hate it until you read it. So I kind of went on like a rant and I didn't like rein it back in. I don't even know what I was talking about, but Manic by Emma Jones, right there, faves ever. I love Emma Jones, number one, but I love that she wrote a dark Rockstar romance. This is the only darker Rockstar romance on this fucking list. The others are like contemporary with darker elements or darker themes. So Emma Jones, I am so thankful that she wrote that. I love Manic. It's really hot. Like, not just that it's like extra smutty, but there's just so much chemistry in it. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's on my shelf, actually. It's like the green stack. I fucked up my bookshelves. Please don't look at my bookshelves right now. They're in like a mess because I thought it would be a great idea to organize it the other day, and then I didn't finish organizing it because I didn't like it. And now they're just a mess. That's one of the reasons why I'm like sitting right in front of it. The next one is the Carter and Leah duet, so I'm moving that over. Yeah, this one, it wasn't bad, it wasn't good. To be honest, it was a bit boring. I didn't really like it. It was kind of like contemporary, but very contemporary. So yeah, I didn't really love it. It's gonna go into It Was a Book. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good. Like I said, not much more to say about it. It was pretty quick though. They were both like 200 pages. Next is Blame It on the Tequila by Fiona Cole. That one is definitely in favorite. Childhood friends to lovers, second chance, Rockstar romance. And the heroine in this one is one of my favorite heroines ever. I really love Nova. She's like phenomenal. The next one is Damien Forever by Tempest Fan. Surprisingly loved it. It was actually kind of unique. It was a like love triangle kind of second chance, friends to lovers, good girl, bad boy, all that. But it was a little bit more unique. Like the characters were really unique. The heroine in this one is Asian and her like heritage, family roots were really present in this one. And I thought it was really beautiful. So like I said, a bit more unique because of the tropes in it. And I actually had a fun time reading it. Next up, oh my god, it's Lilac. If you've watched any of my videos where I talk about this book, you know how I feel about it. This book brings back so many memories for me that I just love it so fucking much. But at the same time, this book is not all that. It's really not that good, and it's literally just 600 pages of straight smut, no plot. But I love it so much, so it's going to faves ever. This brings me back like so many memories. I've read this book twice now, and I had so much fun reading it, but it really is not all that. There's only smut, not much plot, pretty boring if you're not invested in the characters, and I love it. I don't know what I can say. I really love it. Next up is Punk 57, which I actually was debating putting this on this list because it's not actually technically a Rockstar romance. It's more of like a musician romance because it's not Ryan, it's Misha in this one. The hero is more of a like Rockstar writer. You don't get to see his like rise to fame in it, but he still is like a Rockstar-ish. So that one is gonna go into faves ever because I love Punk 57. It's definitely not Penelope Douglas's best book, and I get why some people hate it, but I enjoyed it. It's not a 5-star read or a 6-star read by any means. I rated it like 4 something, but I do really enjoy it for a Rockstar romance. Next up is this trilogy by Lauren Rowe. It was a book. I probably should put it in I hated it, and I don't know why I didn't include the rest of this trilogy or duet or something, but I didn't really enjoy it at all. I thought it was pretty weird and like jumpy, and actually I don't remember much about it. I could be talking about a whole different book right now. I don't know if my memory is accurate of this one, but yeah, I did not enjoy it. I didn't remember much to say about it either. Rhythm Chord and Malakin is next. This one's by Mariana Zapata. It's one of her like least best books in my opinion. I don't really know why I read it, and it's definitely not a rock star. It's more of like, no, it is a rock star. He's not really a rock star though. He's like a pop star-ish. I don't know. All fits on the same trope, but it was a book. I didn't love it. It also had a lot of like slut shaming from the main character in it. She was like slut shaming everyone, and I was like, okay. Like, she was like shaming the groupies, and I'm like, you're literally a fucking groupie. Cause like she didn't play anything. Her brother was a rock star, so she was there. Like, that makes sense. But yeah, I rated this one like 4 something. I think I rated this one like 3.5 stars. It was a book, that's all. Next up is Revel by Shay Stahl. This is going straight up to faves ever. I love Revel. This one is between a pop star who is like literally fucking Taylor Swift and then a rock star who is, I don't know who, but the heroine is completely 100% Taylor Swift, and I think her name's like Taylin or something, so she's literally Taylor Swift. You cannot tell me any different. I really enjoyed this one, and it's one of my favorite Rockstar romances ever. The next one is Falling for You, The Art of Falling for You, I don't know, by Maya Hughes, I'm pretty sure. I read this one pretty early in my Rockstar romance career. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't even think this is Rockstar. There's literally a football dude on it. I don't know why I added it to this list. Maybe because he like plays guitar or some shit. but I don't actually find somebody who plays guitar all that attractive. Like, I don't know. It's not giving me the vibes I'm looking for. So this one, I think I hated it, but it was a book. I don't really remember it, so I feel like I can't judge it. But I don't think I enjoyed it very much. Okay, wow, everybody, that is the end of that tier ranking. I don't know why, but I felt like that was really extra long for some reason. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you guys want more Rockstar Romance content, please let me know. I can make that happen after spooky season, though, because as soon as September 15th hits, over here, we going fucking spooky, okay? And we're not gonna come out of it. So if you guys want a Rockstar Romance video in November or December or like sometime soon, let me know, because I can make that happen. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to check out my Instagram, my Goodreads, wishlist, any of that, it is all in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video very soon.